Hello.
Hollow. Um, we are looking at. I need to close my window because this is gonna get too noisy otherwise. So we are at an encampment, or you are at an encampment. I'm not in the game. Of the Watchmen. We set up a nice little tower next to the lake, watching the lake.
Yep.
Um,
And they kicked me out.
and I was in the library going through the book of book of old world war machines.
Yes, of big spooky boys.
Mm, making notes of any kind of weak 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 points they might have and for the interesting stuff,
Yep.
potential command words, what else they might have in there.
You'll notice that it's in terms of command words, you're easily able to notice that. Um, in terms of command words, it's kind of specifies that each of them is made with a unique control device. So
Remote
like
control.
you kind of need their specific device to control them specifically.
Okay.
So this just means that somebody found the control device in question.
Could be.
I'm also drawing mustaches on any of the faces I find.
Well, some of them have like things that look like faces, so yes, you can draw mustaches.
Yep.
Provided you don't draw it in the book, because then you'll get kicked out.
I'm being supple about it.
You're damaging books in a library. What a scheming boy. What a scheme. Um, so Como, whereas he is allowed to sleep inside, you will have to make do outside.
Yes.
And the guard at the door does give you glares. Like, you can easily tell that
Grumpy
you've probably
grump.
been barred forever. Like, they don't want you inside. Unless they got a good reason.
Uh,
We do still have the tent, so
Yeah,
at the
you,
very
you can you can
least
probably just
we
like
have it.
there's other people outside. Like there's a small little camp of goblins as you'd expect. So if you really had to, you could probably just pay them a couple of coins and sit in that tent if you wanted.
Yes.
And but if you do that, they're probably going to ask why you're not inside, because you know
I'm allergic to book dust. Unfortunately, there's a very giant library there, and it's just uncomfortable being inside.
goblins don't believe you. Like there's no deception rule that can make that one work because you got kicked out. They saw that.
Mm.
They asked if you committed any crimes and if they should kick you out as well.
I was hitting on their commander. She didn't take that
Roll
very
me
well.
deception,
Deception.
please do.
Please do, yes. 1 second. Where's that? Come on. All together. Come on.
Oh wow. Okay,
Hey.
you made it. So you can basically tell them whatever you like and they'll believe it.
That's what I did. I flirted with the commander, and she hated it, and she kicked me out.
Aw, they give
'Cause I
you a
was
pat in the back. They let you stay for free because you're such a sympathy. They think you have a weird taste in women because she was like a mongrel of like merfolk and dragon. So, but
Mhm.
hey, to each their own. These guys are in it for the money. They don't care.
Yes.
So they ask what you're gonna do next because if you got kicked out, you're probably not gonna stick around, and they want to know
Well,
where
I'm
the
still
business
waiting
is
for
at.
my partner who has asked to visit their library, last I've heard, before I got kicked out. So I'm just waiting on them.
Okay. So
Beyond that, we'll be on our merry way.
while Shady's
So,
inside, the librarian eventually approaches him and asks if you've been able to find what he's been looking for.
oh, yes, and I'm being just enjoying this book here. Uh,
He's gonna try to peek over your shoulder to see what you're doing.
I'm trying to block their view.
They're not too into that. Like, what are you hiding there?
My notes are full of scribbles for just kind of these idle small drawings and stuff.
Well, as long as you're
As I
not damaging anything, it's all right.
as I get bored. Not
Don't we
not
all?
not
Don't we
a
all?
not terribly studious person, shady.
And yet he's in the library making notes.
Yeah. Someone had to do it.
He asks what you're going to do next. Like he's just kind of curious, you know. Like you came here for the library. People that come for the library are generally planning to do something that is exciting. And he sits in the library, so he's like not very excited.
Well, we
Should we tell him?
me and my traveling companions were planning on investigating some ruins and well, maybe try to see if we encounter more of these giant creatures on our travels.
He nods a bit. He offers you a good luck charm. Since if you're going into ruins, if you're probably going to come back, and if you find something interesting, he's like, could you just show it to me first? And he offers you a good luck charm, because you're a nice fellow.
Thank you.
That's the same goblin traders?
No.
Before.
The goblin traders just like they give you pats in the back. Well, pats.
Right. Well, what we could do potentially is to propose sponsorship. So we will go investigate ruins, and they might get some trinkets out of it if we're still alive.
You sure you want to do a sponsorship? Because they have a pretty steep claim on that.
Well, at the very least, we can tell them, at least come pick our remains or something if you want to.
I thank the librarian for the shiny thing. As I start.
He says that the luck works best when you hold it in your hand and focus strong.
I
But
barely listen as I'm patting the thing around.
He requests that you don't use it indoors.
Why?
What does it do?
Oh, let's just say it'll be a blast.
Oh. What kind of blast are we talking here?
Something that'll really wow your enemies into not wanting to be here.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. It'll wear off eventually.
All right. I park the thing away safely somewhere.
Oh, it's a nerd. It's not going to trigger without you doing something. So shall we fast forward to the next day, unless you want to do something around the fort?
Sure.
Not
What do you
other
want to
than
do, Como?
trading, which we've already done. There's not much we can do.
Okay. Eventually, the next day arrives. Although, does it? Because, Shady, you do have a patron. You are bound by a contract. You made a deal. And that deal is come up to you, and in your sleep, you are talked to. What was it again you are pact bound to? To a powerful weapon, was it?
Well, a shadowy entity that manifests in this world as a weapon.
Yeah, he's gonna ask you somewhat of a. He just sort of leans in, and he shows just no respect for your personal space in this dream space, and goes, so you sold that gemstone, hmm? Didn't think to run that by me, did you?
Well, they offered such a nice deal for it, and I just.
Oh, it's probably a nice deal for you, but it's not a nice deal for me. And let's not forget who pulls the strings around here. I saved you from quite the situation, and here you go, betraying my trust, treating me as if I'm not even here.
Oh, I didn't think you would be interested in a big-ass gem.
A big-ass gem? No, I'm not interested in gemstones, but where it comes from. Do you think I don't pay attention? Do you think I didn't see that thing?
Oh, okay. Well, there might still be more of them. I think I have 4 of them.
Oh, but the search would be boring. I wanted the one
yeah.
you had, the one you gave away, without asking me.
Well, sold away, technically speaking, if you...
You know what? I think you need a little lesson. And he vanishes. In the next combat encounter, you make your attack rolls at disadvantage. As he's like, no. At least with pack weapons. If you use like a weapon that you just have, it's fine.
Cool. Do you want me to get the thing back? Is that it?
No. That would be too easy.
That's
Just
really
next time
heavy.
you find something of a weapon or a nice weapon, run it by me first.
It was a weapon?
Well, it was part of a weapon. It could have
Well,
been something. I couldn't tell because I never got to see it!
ah, okay, gotcha. We'll keep that in mind. in the
Good.
future.
Good. I just...
Uh,
We can either get it back or get another one.
Oh, he doesn't care. He's just angry over this. This is more like semantics than the actual result. I mean, you're not dealing with a god who's like, you must get it for me. No, you're dealing with some schmuck who's like, no.
Okay, anything else since we're talking here? Like, stuff you want me to do, maybe?
Oh,
or
perhaps
can-
you'd like to know where you're going, that little ruin. I know that it's a weapons research facility of some sorts, and that
Oh.
what you saw might have to do with it. But those are just rumors. They might be true, they might not be. But when you get there, and if you find yourself stuck, I'd gladly help you a hand, provided that this time you don't just give away what is mine.
Alright, I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Excellent, excellent. He just kind of vanishes, and you get to go to your regular sleep as much as you can.
Oof. Yeah. Oh, Shady curls up into a nice cat-like ball and gets on a bit snoozing.
I overslept.
And so you did.
Yay! How much am I late?
About an hour late.
Well, technically, we've only been playing for
Oh,
like a little bit,
frick.
for like 10 minutes. We've been playing 5e.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went with the 5e.
Also, your microphone is so much clearer and louder now.
I installed a USB audio interface. It's basically a more professional setup.
Excellent.
Give me a moment to prepare for the more musical experience and record.
But what are we gonna do now? We got him. We technically already started something else under the assumption.
I
that we
mean,
should-
I can not participate in today's session and instead have breakfast and other things that people have in the morning.
Radical.
Or...
If you're okay with that, we can do that.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
What does everyone else
Because I'm late and there's no admission past the deadline.
think?
It's fine. We can try the other one tomorrow, I suppose.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's okay. We can just.
Anyway, so please keep playing. I will get the music ready in about a minute.
Radical.
That is indeed radical.
So it's morning. You got to sleep inside the nice fortress, and Como slept outside with the goblins in their own nice tent.
While I'm inside the fortress, can I try maybe patch things up between the fortress and Como? Like,
Well, the problem is that Como is an old world relic, and they're kind of like, okay, he asks some questions, so you're gonna have to make a pretty good case to get Como on the good end of things.
Also, just a moment. I will begin recording in 3, 2, 1, and start.
Radical.
Can you please describe what happened before I got here?
Well, we are in a fortress with my character Shady was inside studying up on ancient war machines, while Komo's character Boiga has been barred from the place and had to sleep outside.
All right, and what's coming up next? That will probably be the thing of today's session.
Traveling
We're
to a
going
place.
to investigate. Yes, and investigating ruins.
Ruins.
Yes.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. I can check out Kobold Fight Club now. It's a thing that for 5e.
And last session was kind of Shadow of the Colossus.
Yep.
Yes, that was intense.
Oh yeah.
We fell
Yeah.
off a giant monster.
Hmm.
And you
Better.
sold the gem, and your boss is now angry.
Yeah. Kinda. Do you think about that?
Well, it was 100 kilogram diamond. What else are we
Yeah.
supposed to do with it? Just lug it with us?
Yeah, that's also a thing. That's really heavy.
And we also apparently got a fluffy horse out of the whole deal. And we've also somehow established the entire town with years of metal and such.
Chaos storms, baby.
This isn't Numenera though. This is
Yeah.
5e. D&D 5e. Mayo.
Don't, just in case you, because of all the nuts things that are happening. Might as well be. I mean, it's the end of the world, and all kinds of cool shit's been left behind.
Well, my horse is still the scale. He's still scaly killer man.
Yes,
Finn, man.
just one fluffy one then.
So,
Uh,
you're trying to
so,
patch
yeah.
things up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be just keeping on the praise on his latest work with the resolving the whole situation with the helping solve the situation with the chaos wizard guy at that was plaguing Ukraine, and then his help with taking down the giant monstrosity that stomped on the watchman.
No, the thing is, they don't like the Watchmen don't care. That's not their business. Like, sure, you helped out and you did some cool stuff, but what is in it for them? Like, why should they trust you? Like, sure, they work for the people, but that doesn't mean they're just gonna blindly trust someone because they do a couple of nice deeds.
Like, why do you distrust him? Basically, what's the
Because to the best of our knowledge, he's a tool of the old world and may be made to do something. We have seen this before. We are not taking the risk again.
I've been traveling with him for a while now, and I haven't seen him do anything.
If you truly
untoward.
think that this figure holds no risk to us, then you will have no issue having him pass judgment, or have judgment be passed upon him.
Okay.
Be careful what you sign me up for.
In the lake lives a powerful dragon, who can see into the hearts and minds of those that open it to him. If your friend opens his heart, truly, and the dragon judges him just, then we see no problem letting him in.
All right. You talking about the lake that's
The lake that's like right down the road, like not even a day away.
okay? Well, I'll run this by him, and do we need to do something to summon the dragon?
There's a bell on the dock.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, what? You just go by the door, ring the bell, and chat
Yes.
with the dragon.
And the dragon will judge you.
Alright.
The dragon too contributes to the betterness of the new world.
Right. Even though dragons are kind of old things from whatever. So this opening the heart thing is just a
It's just that he doesn't like try to conceal something mentally, you know.
alright. So metaphorical.
It's
Metaphorical.
yeah. She just goes like, "Oh, that'd be gross."
Yeah. Just making sure.
Making sure you don't stab your friend in the heart would be a good idea.
Yes. Okay. So so you just need a kind of run him by with the dragon to let him in here.
Mm-hmm.
I am not sure. I am okay with this.
Okay, well, I'll go see him and we'll see what happens then.
If not, don't bother bringing the ashes.
Aw. Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. And just kind of awkward.
You are escorted out. Like, you're left to your own devices.
Yep. And I exit the place and go looking for Boyga.
Boygar, you're still inside the tent, because if you are, you're probably not going to get found.
I am not. First thing in the morning, I just go to whatever source of water there is, just to at least wash my face.
There's a river
Maybe
that
brush,
runs right nearby, so...
Because their dental hygiene is a good idea. Even in a post-apocalyptic world.
Always brush your teeth, kids.
Yeah,
That's the
or at
moral of
least,
the
like,
story. Moral of
and
today's
technically I
episode.
have, like, what? 60 teeth or something?
Anyway, you two meet up. Because you're probably
Yes.
both going to take a wash. If something.
Yes.
Although he's a cat, he probably just licks himself.
Well, I have a comb to go through my fur.
Ah. So what are you going to tell Como?
Hey, Okomo. You sleep okay?
Not really, but it's bearable.
Why didn't you sleep good?
Nightmares,
Oh.
and
Yeah, well, I have chats with my patron. He had chats with a little wizard living in his head.
You both have a lot to talk about, really.
Yeah, anyway, I had a chat with the people in charge, and they would be willing to let you in if you are certified by Dragon.
Trial by dragon, they call it.
Yeah.
excuse me, what?
Yeah, apparently the lake nearby has a dragon living in it. If you go by the docks, ring the bell, he comes up. Or she, I didn't ask. They come up, they judge you, and if they're okay with you, then all is well. It might eat you if it is not okay with you, though.
And what does exactly the judging involve?
Not sure. Not sure.
You
Probably
didn't
going to go
ask.
through your brain files.
Well, apparently a brain scan maybe. So keep an open mind if you do this.
Okay.
I would like to
No.
point out that Como is like one of the last people that should ever do this. Considering the position he's in.
I know. But the thing is, the way I see it, at the very least, is that they think that I'm not what I am, or I'm not what they think I am.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the very least, the judgment will not find what they're looking for. But yes, I will be very wary of trying this out.
Well, your horses are fed and fine, so you can do what you want.
I am going to say no to that. I'm not going to go and visit the dragon. The last time I visited the dragon, she yelled at me, and she cut my finger. But that might be a different game.
That was a different dragon that was angry at you for good reason.
Yeah, and I was angry at that dragon too, but this one was just going to kill me.
They might not. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless we absolutely have to, I think I'm going to pass on that. I don't need access to this thing as badly.
Hmm.
I mean, there's more than just this place, so...
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, the other people, I'll just keep quiet in front of the other people. It's not like they're going to take a picture of me and spread it out. Like, do not sell licorice to this man.
Do not let this man near children. He'll corrupt them with old world ideas.
Or they will throw exploding axes at them.
Well,
So I had to bring that up, had you?
Yes.
potentially try to disguise you in the next place we go to that has this kind of treatment.
It's not the... sure. So where are you heading off to?
Okay.
We would be heading out towards the ruins to
Towards the
the
east.
south, to the northeast, yes.
Oh yes, about the ruins. The voices in my head tell me it might be a weapons research facility.
Well, assuming the creature that we fought last time potentially came from there, or at least came from that direction, that wouldn't be that much of a stretch.
So, you know,
Uh,
just,
Does Shady tell me about the control mechanism and everything as we travel?
Control mechanism?
Yes. He did discover that in order to control a creature like that, you need a control mechanism of sorts.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Oh yeah, I show you my notes. My extensive
you.
cripple field notes.
I can barely read that font, I suppose. But yes, I am up to
Yes.
speed.
There's lots of pictures,
Not pictures.
and not like, you know, related to this whole thing, just kind of idle drawings interspersed with the text, just kind of scribbles.
That works.
Travel,
I hold it upside down, probably.
travel into the
Squinting.
rocky, sandy dunes that are connected to Newbrick. For a while, you see not much interesting.
Yep. I look
But
on
eventually-
the rock and pull out a sandwich.
Eventually, you come across a small oasis of sorts.
In the sense, the desert.
Yep. You have no clue why there's an oasis here, as it doesn't seem to connect to anything, and there's nothing growing besides it. It's just a pool of water.
Is it possible to discern whether or not this is a mirage?
No. It looks pretty real.
Well, I'll go have a drink.
Roll me perception as you approach it.
Perception.
Como, you see that there's someone inside the pool. They're-
Someone.
They're down
a
to their head.
Oh,
So it's just a
why?
floating head.
Mm-hmm.
I would
Oh.
probably advise Shady to give it a wide berth,
Oh, why?
because there's a person in there.
Oh. What kind of person? I'm not seeing anyone.
It looks like a human head, but with a strange, very tan skin.
Hmm. Okay. Have they shown any indication of noticing us?
Nope.
Are they just
Enjoying the
sitting there?
pool. They're
Hmm.
alive and they're just enjoying the water.
Do I? Hmm. So what kind of oasis is this? Is just a
It's
Just
just
a pool
like
of
it's
water.
a dimple in the hills, and there's just water in it.
okay? And there's not like any like a pile of like stuff a
Nope.
swimmer might leave
You
behind.
have no clue how this guy got here or where his stuff is, but he's there.
But this is specifically we see a human.
Yes, very humanoid figure.
Well,
Interesting.
considering they're very, very, very rare, this is either a massive trap or I'm not even sure what to think of this.
Considering it's far off the road, it'd be a strange place to lay a trap.
I
Well,
shout
considering how
hello.
much we've been traveling across wilderness,
I shout hello from a freakish distance.
A hand comes up out of the water and waves at you. Its
do
back is
that?
towards you. It just waves with like the back of its hands because of the direction.
Okay.
It beckons you closer.
I try to circle around so that I can see their face first.
Their eyes are bright red and seem almost to be on fire. Give me a knowledge arcana check.
Uh,
You've not a clue, man.
oh,
let me see.
can I use my mythic search to add a d6 to that?
Yes, if you wish.
Yep, I use one of my searches. And
Wow, this failed. And obviously, my ranger doesn't know anything about
The
that.
best you know is that it sure ain't a human.
But with
Like,
its
it's not
shape-
even like a wizard with like a spell on his eyes or something. No, this is not human.
Ah, okay, not human.
But it looks sufficiently humanoid, I suppose, to pass for one.
I look
Is this like
like
an elf?
Nope.
I
The ears look normal.
I stand like a stone's throw away from the pool and try shouting, "Who might you be? You
I'm
a
Idjit.
traveler?"
I'm Idjit. And who might you be?
Oh, I'm a traveler, an adventurer.
And what brings you to my pool?
We were just passing by on our way to the place. How far is the place? Like a few days, maybe?
Every space is like a day.
Yep.
I see.
Yeah, a few days away.
Do you know what I am? Cat.
Ah, can't say I do.
Do you know of the Plane of Fire?
I am somewhat aware of the planes, yes?
Out of the city of Brass, ruled by the Ifriti?
Oh, okay.
You are
Oh.
smart. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
Perhaps some modesty would be in place.
Wait. Why are you in a pool of water?
I am enjoying a vacation.
Ah,
The city of Brass is hot every day of the week, and here it is nice and cool. It's not that cool, by the way. Like, it is still pretty hot.
Well,
It's probably
yeah,
boiling.
The
in
water looks
compar-
nice, but
Comparison. If there is water.
the Ifriti gives you a look and he goes, I see.
Well,
And your friend? Could he come?
About me.
I want to see him.
Olga, do you...
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna pull the hood down and everything.
Tusk, as if such simple things could stop me. You are a strange bunch, the both of you. You travel alone, yet you travel together. Each in their own way.
Hmm. Alrighty.
Might I ask, Cat, why you have made this deal? What did you get out of it? Was it worth your
Oh,
life?
Well,
He knows way too much.
Well, he has true seeing, and he's an Afridi. He's pretty beef.
well, it was either this or be stuck perhaps permanently in a pretty nasty place, so yeah, you know.
Do you like your current lord? Or do you wish someone else, perhaps? Someone with a bit more niceness to him? Not me, of course. I have my own servants. But I know a nice lady.
Oh,
She's in
okay.
search, if you wish to take the offer.
I'm pretty good right now, you know. Not really looking for new employers or you know such like.
And you, serpent? What is your deal with this figure? Boyga,
It's a very, very long story.
I have time
And
on my vacation.
yes, fine, okay. Well, we're looking for the way to separate without killing each other, if at all possible.
Such is human. Always thinking they can do all, and here he is. Parlor trick. Parlor trick. And here you are, stuck.
Yep. Stuck is one way of putting it.
Such entertainment. Should I really let you go without something for such a hearty chuckle?
Does it come with the strings attached?
No, you have already paid for the strings.
So it does come with the strings.
No, you've already like paid for it.
Oh, for not having strings.
Say in one word, what do you wish?
That's a little bit sudden. Let me think for a second.
Oh, that's the fun. Nothing more fun.
Well, I suppose. I suppose this is going to be out of character. I suppose I could go with the standard Adam wish granter thing and ask for a phased dagger.
What are you asking for?
Phased dagger. Let me provide the link for you, just for context. But
Look at that happy boy. That's a happy pupper.
click. Yes, they did load. Click. There you go.
Let's have a look-see.
I don't. Nice.
Okay, so it just bypasses all resistances, huh? Is that all it does?
Technically, yes.
Is that what you want then? A simple
would not
toy.
Oh, would that be like a what they call it? Radiant damage weapons from point?
The figure almost swoons as you ask for this. It's like, oh,
Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, I mean, look, it's either this or a chicken sandwich. Remember that one?
yeah, but I'm not going to give it a bonus this time.
Okay.
Like, you'd have to ask for it.
I would have to ask for a bonus?
You'd have to ask for the bonus directly, because he's just going to give you what you want. You've made him laugh.
Oh yes, because it's not a trickster. Yes.
Well, technically, Euphradia are, you know, they're high and mighty, but this guy's on vacation, so he's like, eh. How about I play by the book once?
Sure. So, which would you suggest?
By the book.
If I do request a sandwich with a special trait.
You can talk between each other about this, because he doesn't care. What were you saying there,
It could be something that was useful for either me or Shady or both of us.
What do you say there, Mario?
By the bang, by the book.
So, make your wish. I have time.
Do we both get the wish, or is it just the
Just one.
The one that made me laugh gets the wish.
Okay. Shady, do you need anything? What would you desire?
Well, I kind of decide to be slightly less warm, but otherwise I don't have anything specific in mind. Kind of hot today.
So, if you test my patience, make a wish. I want to know what you want. It's always a joy.
So yeah, if you have anything you want to wish for, go for it, man.
Well, I'm thinking about it.
You have 10 minutes, and then I will take you to the city of Brass.
Ooh.
And you will not
Oh,
like
okay.
it.
Yeah, I know. I'll probably die.
Oh no, who won't like you die?
Okay, I'm gonna be in a lot of pain for a long time.
You made him laugh, but you didn't like make his day, so be fast.
Yes. Probably gonna toss me into yeah. Well, yes, that's the one suggestion. Is it possible to get this kind of dagger?
It snaps its fingers a few times, and suddenly it gets extraordinarily hot as a portal opens beside him. And a hand comes out of the portal, a very large stone hand, within which is a little dagger for you. Here it is. Ghost,
Thank you, sir.
made of stone, made of steel, made of adamantine. This dagger cuts as clean as if it were the air itself.
Awesome.
I use it as a butter knife, but you could probably put it to better use.
That's probably very hard butter.
You fool! Do you think butter stays in the realm of brass?
That's what I said. It's probably very hard type of butter.
You're clever. I like clever. At the very least, you are not the same fools as before. They were insufferable.
So you've met somebody else passing on the same road.
You could call them that.
You could call them someone.
Yes.
Could you be a little bit more specific on that? Because I'm suddenly very interested.
Why are you interested? And they give you a little sleek smile, like,
Because this is a road that is not usually well traveled, and we're heading for a very specific place.
Do you know
Which-
of the infantile people that call themselves the Watchmen? With the little eyeball medals?
Yes, they actually kicked me out of their place.
Yeah, it was kind of rude.
So you're saying the Watchmen are heading to the same ruins that we're heading to, based on the information that we've given them?
He says nothing. Just looks at you with a smile. One of them is.
Mm.
So there is one Watchman with a company.
Why should I tell? It's all the more fun.
Well, you did already tell us something. You might as well tell the whole story.
His otherwise friendly smile just gets a bit more... Are you serious?
Yeah,
Are you
maybe we
actually
should-
serious?
A bit more wry.
Maybe we should leave him to his vacation now.
No, okay, I've pissed enough people already, so...
If you can make me laugh, I might tell you.
I am gonna tell him the mimic joke.
Are you damn sure you want to tell him that?
Well, it would seem...
Because he laughed because the mage was like, I'm stuck.
Yeah,
Well,
telling
okay,
them a
that-
mimic
that-
joke
that-
might be the equivalent of the aristocrats, perhaps.
Like, let me put it like this: an Afridi in the City of Brass is basically like you're top tier. You're top tier elemental boy.
I see. So he finds the situation of a person being completely stuck and out of control funny.
He finds it funny because to him it's like a parlor trick to fix it.
Oh,
This guy can cast Wish on demand, so
but of course he wouldn't be he wouldn't do it. For
oh, you can make a
specific-
deal. He'd probably be interested. Like he's on vacation, but he's like, you know, I might.
I'm not entirely sure I want to strike a deal with a creature like that.
Then you're smarter than most.
Yes, because it always comes with strings attached. He says this is why I asked.
To be fair, he's probably in the most lawful mood he's ever been.
Probably yes. That is very unusual. It's like a guy on vacation probably is wearing like ridiculously out of character pajama or something.
By the way, you do in that flask was a gin, right? Wasn't it Ifriti?
Say again?
The iron flask you have.
Yep.
He's going to comment on that. He says that if you let his friend Rab go, he might make you a good deal. Rab has not been home in a while. He wants to go home. I'll take him home.
Yeah, that could be, but you know,
He just kind of sinks in the water and goes, ah.
He ultimately doesn't care, but it is one way for us to get an answer out of him.
Do as you wish. I'm not your boss.
oh man. So, do you really want me to let this guy go?
That's up to you. We're heading the same way and we'll find one way or another. This is more of a sort of kind of spoiler. Does this guy visit here often?
Nope. You probably will never see him again.
That's a shame.
Well, I'm not really sure what to do with specifically with the guy in the flask.
Aw.
So, okay, sure, I'll let your friend go. Not nice.
What do you want in return?
Ah, did you have any ideas, Volga? Like,
Well, once again, we could ask him for the information on the people that are heading, just to know ahead of time what's going to happen.
Do you really want to steal like that? Like he's like, God, you people, you fucking people. You know, I usually deal with mortals with greater wishes than you. People that wish, people that charm me with their arrogance. And here you are, modest, boring me.
Wait.
Think big.
So you basically, so basically, the situation is kind of like in.
He's insulted
book
that you
by
are
Terry-
being so modest about what you want.
So basically, you saved the city, and all you asked for is a kettle and a darts board. Right?
You came to a noble's court visit hours, and all you asked for is, can I have, like, a toothbrush?
Well, actually, since we would, would you be able to, like, teleport us to the ruins? Like, just get us there so we can get a head start.
Can we end up in a section of a collapsed tunnel with no way out?
Outside the ruins. Just kind of
Everything is right now is outside the ruins.
like a couple of feet from the walls.
With the horses.
So yeah.
He doesn't say a thing. He just looks at you with a smile, like,
He's probably gonna teleport us to the wrong ruins too.
Oh, no, he knows what you want.
Hmm.
But you don't know. You have no clue what he wants, what he's planning to do.
Yes.
Right now, you are like, be careful, because if you make too much of a case for yourself being interesting,
Is he gonna steal us? Abduct us?
he might. I mean, if you're interesting enough, why not? What are you gonna do?
Well... We're both relics of the previous world, and I am also funny to him because I have the mage, which is angry at him.
Like, don't forget one thing. He doesn't have to make this bargain out. Like, he could just evaporate you and take the bottle and do whatever he wants with it. Like, he's just doing everything
pretty-
because he's on vacation. He's just like, I don't want to bother with this.
Shady, this is a very similar situation to what I had before.
Okay.
I refused to give a staff to the guy, and he was totally capable of just taking it from me. So assuming this creature can just destroy us or abduct us forever into a realm of fire, I would suggest doing.
He
what
holds up
does.
his hand and he starts counting down from 10. He holds up his hand. It's just like 1, 2,
There you go.
3, 4,
I let go
5. No, he wants to know what you want.
Oh,
6,
yeah,
7.
teleportation to the
9.
ruins.
Snap.
That's it.
Your bottle is gone. You are standing outside the ruins.
Oh. Ah, man. You took the whole flask?
Yep.
Dang it.
That's what you get when you don't specify. You hear in the far distance one hell of a thunderous noise. Someone just got his ass whooped.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Roll me an intelligence check. If you have it, insight.
Insight? Yeah.
Como, to the best you know, odds are that motherfucker that you gave back to him was not on friendly terms.
Yeah. Yeah, well.
You're outside the ruins now, though. It is calm. It is quiet. You didn't arrive at any thunder or spectacle. You're just there, all of an instant. The horses are there right behind you. You have everything with you. Nothing went wrong. Like, this is probably the fairest deal anyone ever got out of an Ifrit, without like some serious firepower.
I am surprised. This one.
Can you please spell out the name of that Ifriti that you just dealt with?
Egypt?
I'll write it down.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
Was it really that how you spelled it?
Yes.
Egypt.
Egypt.
He might have an eye on you from this point forward.
Oh my god.
You guys
do
are
I
making
have
good
some-
friends.
Do I? Well, yes.
Congratulations, guys. We just got ourselves some god of randomness.
We are making insane. Mayo, have you watched any of the previous streams on this?
No, but I'm getting a lot of insight from this.
Yes. So basically, we've met the Ash Lords, and they apparently think I'm going to further their goals, so they gave me a gift and a task, I assume. Although that was very cryptic and hard to understand. And now Shady is making friends with people made out of fire.
So basically the opposites.
Well, I wouldn't say it like they're the opposites. It's just that somehow we attract the attention of people that are infinitely our greater, and it is unnerving.
I mean, to be fair, that's not how I planned for that encounter to go at all, but sure.
Well, Safi, to be fair, not all the encounters
When does
ever
it
go
plan?
properly. Yeah, no encounter survives
Impact with the players.
impact for the players. Yes, and I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just giving you a hard time with all of these.
No, I love it. I freaking loved it.
Here's a person, and he gives you a wish, and I just ask for a sandwich. Remember that?
You asked for a
This
sandwich
is
under
a
duress,
perfect
though.
Pratchett moment.
To be
so-
fair, that was a demon. That was not
It
a
was
nice
demon.
man.
I didn't know what it was, and he gave me a mark, and he also gave me a sandwich, which was perfect. But I was
Yes.
thinking it was like a devil sandwich. The sandwich was perfect, but it gave me an ability to turn myself into metal, basically.
So, ruins. You're standing outside of
Yeah.
them. The ruins are not overgrown in the slightest, despite all the grass and like trees with overgrowth on them.
So somebody's watching after.
There's a path, but it stops like 2 feet outside of the place. As you can tell, it's just a large wall, and in the middle somewhere you can see some sort of dome structure sticking out.
If
Alright.
the
How
grass
much-
doesn't approach it, if there's 2 feet outside of it without grass, right?
Yeah.
Is there some sort of barrier?
Well,
or
actually, it's more like
was
2
it-
feet, and then it's neatly cut grass.
Oh,
How much magic is this place radiating?
You are literally blind for a minute.
Ah. Okay.
This is like looking
we go.
into the sun, and you're standing next to the sun.
so you instantly evaporate.
Like, your magic senses are going to be a bit sensitive from this point forward.
Yeah. Shady. let's
Actually, give me a
something-
reflex check. Give me a reflex check. I mean, a dexterity save. To see if you can turn away before it starts to affect your magical retinas. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
You just spend like a minute rubbing your eyes out. Even though it's not your eyes, it's your magic sense.
Yeah, Shady lets out a small scream when we land here.
Are you okay? You don't look too
Ah.
hot.
Oh, yeah, I had my magic, had my special eye open, and this place is glowing with magic. Like literally, yeah. Wow, yeah. Give me a moment.
You see a small pool nearby, in which a crocodile is lounging. It's just sitting there.
Excuse me, what?
A crocodile. In the water.
Is it just like an animal?
It's just a pool and an animal, yeah. It gives you
What
a
is
look,
it
and then it's like,
eating?
nothing, it's just sitting there.
No, I mean, if... Who knows how many years it has spent here? What exactly is it eating?
Are you asking me the ecology of the environment?
Well, I'm mostly asking, like, it's a hypothetical question, kind of, sort of, rhetorical question. Like, I wonder what it eats if there is no, like, prey around.
Oh, there's animal life nearby. They're just quiet. Probably
So
because you
it's-
just warped in.
Oh. Is it just a regular animal, or just some sort of monster?
To the best you can tell, it's just a crocodile.
It's
but who
probably
knows?
an eyes and-
It
it's
might be the
probably
guy
eyes and-
deciding to come with you, keeping an eye out.
Does it
Would make for an
perchance have
interesting-
red glowing eyes?
Do you think it's that stupid? To be fair, if he did come along,
Well-
he'd probably be like a tree. That'd be a little safer.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not exactly rare to have... One moment. To have this.
Heck. Big heck for me.
Yes.
You also notice the gate going inside. It's a big fancy gate with lots of runes on it.
While we are at it, you did say that the ruins are not overgrown in any way, but are they actually ruins? Does the whatever building...
The term ruins is very liberal if you'd apply it to this place.
So it's not necessarily just a decrepit place.
Nope. It looks in perfect shape, as if it was built yesterday.
Alright. Can we see any movement inside?
There's no windows.
There's just a gate, yeah. Wait, so we can see the wall surrounding a dome, and there is a gate in this wall, correct?
Yep.
Okay, fair enough.
Is the gate open?
It's closed.
Hmm.
Can we knock?
Knock, knock. As you walk close and cross the nice cut grass line, you feel a strange tingling sensation. Let me just
So
roll
there
for
was a
something.
field of monsters. Okay.
Can I like examine the thing? Like what kind of field is this?
From what you can tell, it is a very powerful sort of like a... It is just a mixture of hundreds of types of protection runes. Like, you can make out a few, and then you're like, okay, this is all just one giant ward.
But I was able to pass through.
Oh.
No, the door is covered in runes. The actual, like, 2-foot barrier is nothing.
Alright, I'll get closer to the door. See if I can.
As you get closer, you can sort of sense a strange force pushing at you.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in here to repel intruders.
Does the mage perchance have any relevant information on this place? Remembers it?
Roll Arcana. On the
1
mage.
second. I'm gonna spend like a few moments just scratching my head. I'll switch around. That would be click.
Oh. So this is an elven structure. He knows that. This is an elven place. And what he can tell you is that he might know a way in. He might know how to hack one of them elven security systems.
Will he help me?
I mean, that's up to you.
Well, it's more of an internal monologue kind of thing. Will you help me?
Why would he not, is the question you have to ask yourself.
Maybe he's feeling cheeky. And maybe he's still pissed at the Ifrit. Maybe he just likes... I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees, you know? That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Could you please help us get inside?
That's not up to me. I'm not your mage.
Well, I know it's just that that's the question that I'm asking, and I would imagine he would at least attempt to.
Okay.
Yeah,
So, what would opening the door entail?
It would entail using both your level 2 spell slots to sort of cancel it out and fizzle it just long enough that you can enter.
Would we be able to exit the same way? Or is
Yep.
it just going to close behind us?
Although odds are that the door is a one-way push, so that the people, know. It's a one-way push door. You can go out, but going in is the hard part.
I see. Fair
You know,
enough.
so you can just
Let's do
shove the
that.
people out.
That's fair enough. It would be very suspicious if the place let people in but would not let people out. That would be very... and
Yep.
dangerous.
So you gonna do that?
Yes.
The door swings open. You notice that the crocodile behind you is following, probably just curious.
Wait, what?
Crocodile's like, hey, door open. I've not been in there.
Okay, can we detect if this is natural behavior or if it's...
Nature. Roll me a nature. I mean, a crocodile can be curious. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just bored.
Curious crocodile.
You meet lots of bored people on your journey.
I have a thing, but I think I lost it. But I'm gonna keep looking while we examine it.
I'm an wanderer who knows literally nothing about nature.
Do you know that trees are green? Sometimes, but sometimes they're not.
Basically, all I know is that some things are safe to eat.
Some things I can put in my belly, others not. But go on. Inside is a small, courtyard circling around it. You notice that sometimes there's little protrusions, sort of like barrack buildings. There's a writing on the ground in magical writing. Elvish, if anyone of you speak Elvish.
Well, I
Well, I do.
It's just some directions
So it's just signs for directions. Is it?
on the floor.
Okay. What are the directions?
It mentions the cafeteria. It mentions the barracks. And it mentions the lab.
Is there any? Is there? Well, assuming this place is as clean as it inside as it was outside.
It's just very sparkly.
Yes. Is it possible to see if there was any recent activity? Maybe
Nope.
footprint or.
It's way too clean. You can roll survival if you really want to,
Well, let's see if I see any signs of activity then.
but you're rolling a high one here.
Maybe I will
Ooh.
succeed. Nope. I see nothing.
Okay, so Shady, you're pretty sure that nothing happened here in a while. You like analyze the top layer of dust and soil, and you're like, nope.
But
Yeah, this place has been abandoned for a while.
The
Then that
crocodile
raises
just moves
further
past you and goes boom, 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 boom.
that is wow. Can I pet it? I want to pet this creature. It is but a single boop when it's snogging.
You give it a pet, it stops for a minute, and then it's like, okay.
Well, it seems like this thing knows its way around for some reason. Is it possible for us to follow it?
Sure. I mean, what do you mean possible to follow it? It's just a crocodile.
I mean,
It's not a fucking rocket ship.
I know. In a sense that is it heading somewhere, or is it just walking around inside this
Roll
reception
insight.
room? Okay. Click. Well, Voiga doesn't know anything. Let's see if Mage knows.
It's moving in a direction, and it moves
Oh,
in
shit.
that direction with determination.
Okay.
Well,
What
let's follow the
direction is
tour
it?
guide then.
It is heading towards the barracks.
Ah. I assume Boyga has told me what the signs mean.
If boy
Yes.
gets nice.
I point to the sign and say that this one is pointing towards the barracks. So this thing is.
Ah. Okay. Now the crocodile seems to be heading that way.
The courtyard, by the way, which is just this small circular path that goes between the wall and the dome, it's very nice. There's some flowers growing left and right. They all seem well taken care of. Like, it's like you walked straight into the past, except it's empty, and there's only a crocodile.
Interesting.
Eventually, you come to a protrusion in the wall, which sort of goes and leans onto the dome as much as the wall. There's a sign above it which says barracks in normal writing. And the crocodile tries to nudge the front door open.
Wait a second. What do you mean normal writing?
Oh, it's just in writing. It's not like a magical glyph or something.
Oh,
I'll help the crocodile out by opening a door.
It
Here you go,
it
buddy.
scuttles in. It just goes in. It gives its tail a little flick at you.
Right, I'll follow it.
The creature moves towards a very specific bed and starts
Okay.
nudging at the footlocker.
Okay, I'll open the footlocker.
The creature sort of gets up and uses one of its hands to somehow very dexterously pick up a wand.
I would stay back, honestly.
Okay there, buddy.
It points the wand at you guys.
Oh no. I'm gonna
I
try to dodge this.
Don't.
Roll me dexterity saving throw. A little magic spark comes out of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Como, you are struck. You are struck with speak with animals. Suddenly, you hear the crocodile talk. It says hello.
Hello.
Took a long while.
Oh. Okay. I indicate to hit me as well then.
Bam.
Did it hit Sadie too, or do only I understand the creature?
No, he just hit Shady a second ago.
I see.
Okay. Hi
Hello
there.
Hello.
This is awkward. Sorry about the pet and everything. I am
That was fine.
compelled.
So, I take it you're not a normal crocodile then?
I was a familiar.
Ah.
I was left out for a walk, and when I came back, the door was closed.
Oh. How long ago was this?
That kind of shrugs. A couple of decades, maybe.
Ah.
I'm not in a
Okay.
rush.
Hmm. How
So it's
long live
essentially an
our-
artificial creature that is immortal?
Seems to be.
How long live our crocodiles? I think they can live a long while.
Depends on the species. But usually 20 or something years.
Oh, they can
I think.
succeed 100 years, 70 on average.
So yeah, this might not be anything weird. That case, just a long-lived crocodile.
Probably.
Would make sense for an Elos family, I guess.
Yup.
Alright, so so you're just being hanging around.
Yup.
Yeah. Any idea what happened to the people here?
I don't know. They were building something. And then they shot it,
That's the man in
and
black
while I was on a
instructing.
walk,
So nobody has gone out or in since that time.
some people came by and took a look at the building, but that's it.
Okay.
Some people.
Yeah.
Have there been any visitors in the past several hours, I suppose?
Nope.
Well, technically we did teleport, so I assume we have made it faster than the watchmen.
I
They
mean,
would probably be very, very surprised. It's like they had it out before us, and then we're already here.
well, if they weren't, if they don't have any other means of transport, you're a few days ahead of them, yes.
So what can we call you?
Throwing hands, morning palms, what?
Alright, just a second, I'm going to change the tapes. Please keep silent.
Como, what are those weapons?
Somebody asked, what if weapons are hands?
Please keep silent, I haven't changed the tapes yet.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom for a bit.
Okay. I'm gonna have some more hands for you when I come back. It's a very handy weapon.
I think the Green Arrow had a thing like that. Arrow to punch.
Oh
people.
no, not the hogs.
Reporting for duty. The battle! 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 Are you ready for this? Out of my jungle! Out of my jungle! Out of my jungle! Battle! By the holy light! Put your faith in the light!
I'm not sure why I'm recording this.
It's good! Well
Why not?
Reporting for duty.
That deck is only for wild games.
Wild, 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 wild,
Wild,
wild,
Oh, I have time for
wild,
games.
wild, 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 wild,
wild.
wild.
Oh, I have time for red alert, red alert, shields up, red alert, shields up, red alert. Do you like to play with fire?
I like it.
Do you like to play with?
I like it.
Do you like to play with?
Basic cards.
I like it.
Do you like to play with?
My head.
No. The battle.
you. Throw in a little hot dog, mustard, some tomato sauce. Culture that probe.
What?
So good.
Hello, Safi. There are a few images for you to look at.
Hands.
It's a handmaiden.
Bow and handles.
Hand arrow. Actually, the Vulcan pinch this arrow can do is really, really dangerous. Yeah, I fully agree with that crocodile.
He's so angry. You don't know either. So grumpy. Little sausage fingers. They're fighting. Oh, God. Anyway. Everyone
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Just a second, I'm going to restart recording.
Yeah, boy.
Please continue.
Okay.
Cutting.
Where were we?
We have just met someone's familiar that was locked out of the facility.
Yep.
We're asking it a few questions. The last thing that Shady asked was, what is its name?
It shrugs. It wasn't really given a name.
Oh,
So you don't have a name.
Don't really need one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Too many.
So there were no visitors here. Okay, a nearby settlement has been attacked by one of the giant machines, and we assume it came from here. According to the library, according to the information that we found in the library in the nearby Watchman, I suppose, tower, fortress. I don't think it knows what Watchmen are, but basically we have ransacked one of the libraries nearby, and we have found a thing that says that this is the weapon facility, and we assume that giant creature came from it.
Oh yeah. Have you seen any giant creatures?
Nope.
Ah.
They weren't making that here. They were making something else.
Ah.
Can you tell us what they were making here?
I don't know the specifics. It was some big thing that would kill all humans or something.
Like you do? Like you do?
A magic signature erasure field or something.
Uh-huh. Does that, like, tell me anything?
Well, your magical knowledge is sufficient that you can sort of theorize that the whole point is it's a field within which it removes certain magic signatures, which could include specific types of life forms.
Ah.
So
It's a
this
specific
is
death
what-
field.
Yeah, it's like magic death field. Yeah. So this is probably what happened to all the. They just killed each other.
Yep.
So the elves erased humans, and humans erased elves.
Or they made a mistake and instead of targeting humans, it targeted elves. Something like that. Or just generally humanoids.
Well, technically, I am humanoid.
As
Well,
are you.
maybe- yeah,
yes.
but maybe it just affected people in this city. Inside the Doom. Just whoopsie. And then everyone was gone.
And then they died.
Last word. Whoops.
Famous last words, yes.
I'll be going then, if you've nothing else to ask. It
go ahead.
reaches into the box and takes out a small gem and then eats it.
What? Why?
'Cause it's my leash.
Hmm.
Oh,
Couldn't leave without it.
Ah, right. Well, have a good luck on your journeys then, Rocco.
Okay.
it's now a free crocodile. It's gonna have a vest made out of moss.
It's you with that moss vest.
Well, you know where this is going, Safi. I'm gonna propose to take it into our party.
It's like, why?
Company. Plus, it's gonna be 2 reptiles versus 1 mammal. That's gonna be fun.
I mean, I guess I don't have anything else to do. And it'd be
There you go.
easier than hunting myself.
I wonder what class it's gonna be if it does join it.
It's not gonna have a class, it's just gonna be a companion.
Alrighty then.
I mean, if you want it to have a class, you're gonna have to give it something that it can actually do.
Give it stilts so it can move faster.
I mean, it is not exactly in the manual dexterity business to fight, you know.
It can bite and spin around.
Yeah.
Also, crocodiles are just cool.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna pay for its food, it's like, sure, I'll tag along until I'm bored.
Sure, I'm gonna take the expenses.
Ooh,
We'll
so,
probably
yeah.
feed it enemies.
Well,
Bleh.
just keep a hold of that wand so we can chat.
Yup.
A quick question, however. So we can speak with animals not necessarily restricted to the crocodiles or
Yep.
this particular crocodile, right? Right.
Yep.
So squirrels probably are gonna. Yeah, don't show the squirrels that they know that we can understand them. This is gonna end poorly.
What?
It's a reference, but yeah, it's a weird one.
Okay.
Okay.
So another question: when we speak to the crocodile and the crocodile speaks to us, how does it sound to an outside observer? Is it like some sort of telepathic link, or are we literally like growling?
You're growling and snarling, but it's mostly telepathic.
That's acceptable.
Okay. Okay. Well, good chat. Well, welcome aboard. And like, how big are the barracks?
Right.
There's around 8 beds. 8 bunk beds.
Alright. And they are presumably food lockers next to
Yup.
each one. Well, I'll start poking around.
In most of them, you
quick-
find. What is it?
Quick question again. Are there any signs of previous inhabitants? There haven't been in the courtyard, but is there anything here?
There's like stuff of people. The beds look like they've
Well,
been
stuff of people, but I've been meaning more of something like, I don't know,
Signs of
empty
life?
clothes where a person would have been, or like a
Nope.
corpse or a skeleton or
Nope.
something.
Nope, not that you can see.
Mhm.
Yep.
Well-
I'm poking around.
Well, Shady can rummage through the dead people's lockers.
All right. Oh wow, they have a random generator for Pathfinder too. What does it do? Ooh. Okay. Let's take a look. See. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. Amongst the things you find like some random miscellaneous stuff, like knickknacks and all that. There's not like a lot here. There's books, all about boring magic stuff that you barely understand because it's really high level stuff. If I can pull up the DMG, I can tell you one thing that you do find that looks magical in nature are a set of bracers. Just gotta wait for the GMG to load up, but other than that, you find in total around 900 gold pieces worth of just random stuff.
How much again?
900.
900.
And like knickknacks and gold pieces.
So we just convert this into.
Just pull it
Currency.
through the grinder.
Okay, so that's plus 900.
900.
What we already have. Does the crocodile take a share?
No, he doesn't care. I mean, you
Well,
also find
maybe
like
he
some
can
utility ones, but most of them are burnt out, or like magic decay stuff set in.
So they have lost the charge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I stuff my pockets with knickknacks and baubles.
Bubbles.
Yeah, like easiest way to just give each of us 450 GP.
Okay.
Well, if they were designing, creating weapons of mass destruction, essentially here,
Mm-hmm.
and there have been no visitors. I wonder why there have been no visitors, though.
Because no one could get in. I thought we established
Uh,
this.
Yeah,
Well,
there was a
yeah.
door and a crocodile. Mhm.
we've only managed to get in because I
and a
have
remote.
somebody. We have somebody with the knowledge of the place.
Okay.
Okay, so the item you found are called the Braces of Archery, which grant you a +2 to damage rolls made with ranged weapons. But
Oh.
requires attunement.
Oh. Uh,
Specify what attunement is in 5e.
You have 2 attunement slots, and during a short or long rest, you can attune yourself to stuff.
I see. So we can't use them out of the box.
okay, and my attunement slots are taken by the iron stones. So, yeah, some bracers for you. You can shoot stuff better.
Thank you. Is it? Wait, is it to hit or damage or both?
What?
The bracers modifier.
It's
Is it a
just for
bonus
damage.
To hit? Oh. Good enough.
The crocodile looks up at you as you're all like taking stuff. And it's like,
Oh,
Well, it probably doesn't care.
It's just
are
like
there, like any diaries or notes?
it's just diaries about like, oh, we're making progress. We're doing all this cool stuff. Like the actual notes are probably inside. And what they do write down is like really high-end stuff that you barely understand.
Reading this stuff is clearly a headache.
Like you're not a magical study, so you don't know much of this stuff.
No, I'm just a wanderer who just happened to get into a deal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything about this. Can you make any heads or tails of this stuff, Olga?
Well, I can have the mage take a look. Sure. Would I need the knowledge arcana for this?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if you can make the heads of tails. I just kind of hold it upside down or something. Click. No, he has no idea.
It's all written in like Elvish stuff he doesn't know.
Yes. Probably they're using... It's probably like the difference between the Imperial and the metric systems.
Basically.
He has no freaking idea, yeah. Plus, they would probably write it specifically in a way that humans would not understand. So, that would explain it.
Could be.
Yep. No, they were doing something magical here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. All right then. Let's keep on looking around then. Maybe the lab next.
Gotta go straight to the lab.
In the lab.
You circle around, and on the other side, so there's the front gate, and on the opposite end of the dome is the actual entrance to the dome itself. Oh god, when he fucking snatches that air, that's so dumb. There's so much wrong with that picture. Moving on, you're now at the entrance of the dome. It is a steel door. No, it's not steel, made of mithril. It's like shiny silvery metal. There are several handles on it, and there seems to be some sort of imprint where a key is lodged in.
A key.
Yeah. So it's a very weirdly shaped object.
Can we ask the crocodile what the hell this thing is?
That's a door, and that's a key. That's how they work, right?
They should. Why is there a key stuck inside?
To open the door?
Usually the keys are not indoors.
Maybe they were using it.
And they disappeared as they were.
Maybe they just leave it in during the day. Why are you asking me these questions? I'm not their security person.
Well, you definitely know more than we do about this place. Just we
Mm.
are referring to the person who can speak with most authority here. Just being respectful.
Okay. So there's a door with a key in its lock.
Yep, you can open it. Or try to.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'll go for it.
Does the key turn?
The key is not like a key. It is more like a rod, and at the end is this very weirdly shaped, flat sort of codex of things. You have no idea how to operate it, but the door's open right now.
Uh-huh.
You can't pull the key out without turning and twisting it in very strange ways.
Oh, so it's like a puzzle thing.
It's
puzzle
like a
piece.
three-dimensional key.
Hack.
Yeah, just else to make everything overly complex.
To be
Low-key
fair,
racist.
Yeah, they're gone. It doesn't matter. So, can I just open the door, or do I have to wiggle this thing around?
nope. You can just
It's
open the
open.
door. You can't pull the key out though.
All right. Yep. Open.
Or at
Open.
least it would require a lot of effort.
Throwing the door open.
You look into a large room. There are many, like, desks and tables around, bottles and flasks, samples of metal, ancient books and runes. There are 3 standout items. In the center of the room, there is a puzzle box on a small pedestal. There's also a sword mounted on a small standard. And perhaps most curiously, a shield of some sorts. All of them are made out of very plain, silvery metal.
A sword, you said?
Yes?
Okay. This time I'll try contacting my patron to.
For some reason, you can't.
It would make sense that this place would be shielded.
Yeah, it's a metal dome, so there's some interference.
Yeah, one time I actually think of asking him, and there's no reception.
That being said, perception check.
Reception.
He's standing right behind you, outside the dome.
My patron?
Yes. You see a shadowy figure that reminds you of him. It might be a mental image.
Oh, I'll go say hello.
Como, you see him talking to thin air. Try not to judge him.
Wait,
You do
what?
the same thing.
So I notice him as well?
No, you notice that he's talking to thin air.
Oh,
So, the patron waits.
Yeah. Hi there.
Yes.
Or master.
Yes, yes. I can sense them, can you?
I just
Yeah.
kind of wave my hand in front of Shady's eyes.
Oh.
As
hi
you do
there,
that,
patron.
by the way, your hand feels as if death itself is creeping in. Tell him to stop that before I kill him.
Oh, Boyga, you might want to step back a bit. I'm chatting with my patron master.
Oh,
Your hand,
yeah,
Boyga, his hand is getting pale, by the way. Like necrotic damage is seeping in.
wow.
Hey, yeah, you.
You take your time.
Yeah.
Does it stick or does it disappear? As
It disappears when you pull away.
Oh,
He's being nice
that
for
gave
once.
me that gave me quite a bit of a scare actually. So I'm gonna hang out with a crocodile while you finish the call.
I can sense them. Can you?
Since what exactly?
You see the hand reach out, and it's stopped, like, right where the dome would continue. Like in the doorway. A bit closer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they have all kinds of stuff shielding this place, so sorry about that. Can't help it.
Closer, so I can touch you.
Yeah. Sure.
As he touches you,
Hmm.
you can suddenly sense the weapons. The shield, the sword, the puzzle box.
Ooh.
You can suddenly sense,
okay.
like, small hidden daggers and long swords hidden in hidden compartments. But you can sense that the weapons inside this dome particularly have a very bright shine to them.
Oh, okay, I can see
They're
what you mean.
inherently magic.
No, it's just sort of a weapon sense. You even sense the weapons on Como and on yourself. Even the shadowy weapon that's floating in yourself is like that. You can see it.
Oh. Okay then. So, what do you want me to do with these things?
I want one. Just one. That'll do.
Okay.
Good boy. Go. And he vanishes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just anyone? Cool. Okay. Yeah, boy guide's safe again.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently wants one of them. The weapons in there.
Okay.
I mean.
So you can freely just walk around. There's no like dividing walls or anything. It's just one big dome.
Any traps?
Not that you can sense. You can roll perception if you wish.
That would be reasonable. Because it's just sitting there in the middle of nothing. Nope.
Como, you walk
I
forward,
would-
and you almost walk into a tripwire. Shady, you can stop him if you want.
Oh, watch your step there, buddy.
Reflex save. Or I mean dexterity saving throw. You stop yourself, and you look at the wire, and you see that it is connected to a small little paper ball launcher.
Wait, paper ball?
It's just like little chewed up paper balls. They're like spitballs.
Wait, what?
It's an office prank.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now that you're more in the center of the room, you can also tell that each of the items has like a small magic circle around it.
I'm sorry you cut out.
Every one of the items has a small magic circle of runes around it.
Okay, I'll examine the sword a bit closer.
The sword is made of a silvery metal. It's about the size of a long sword. It has the usual taper and design to it. You notice that usually when you make a sword, you put like runes on it. That nice, glowing runes on it. But this one has like the runes carved into the metal itself, and they don't glow. The handle has inside of it, the guard specifically, has a very nice-looking ruby in it.
Shiny. Okay, I'll once again take out my staff and try poking through the circle around it.
Is your staff made of living material?
Does
If
wood
it-
count?
Well, wood is technically dead wood, probably.
It does not respond.
Alright. Okay. I'll-
Do we know that it reacts to living material? Or...
Nope.
Okay. I'll poke the sword with it.
You prod the sword, and the sword crackles with energy for a second.
Uh-huh. Right then, I'll withdraw my staff and poke the air with my hand.
Okay. You're reaching for the sword?
Yeah. Slowly.
As your hand crosses the threshold. I need a constitution saving throw.
Ow. Ow.
This is big ow. This is big ow time. As it crosses the threshold, I'm sorry about this. Oh, you only take like 3 damage. But something about it is like eating away at your hand. Sort of a magic acid. If you're quick, you can grab the sword without taking any further damage.
Oh, yeah, okay,
For that-
I'll...
Sleight of hand, please. Or sleight of hand.
Can I use my inspiration on this?
Sure.
I don't exactly know how that works.
You just click the advantage at the top, and then you roll.
Right.
You take another 3 damage before you manage to withdraw your hand, but you have the sword now. And it feels funky as hell to hold.
Specify funky though.
So, it's kind of like as he holds it, it's like the life blood in his hand is drawn into the gem and then flows back into him.
Ooh.
The sword's runes, they don't glow, but you can sense, like your magic sense is sort of telling you there's something there.
So
Okay.
it's a sword that feeds on the blood.
Potentially. There's some
Well, what do
nearby
you mean?
notes if you wish to read them in Elvish.
Hey,
Sure.
Boyga,
Yeah.
there's notes.
What? Can't you read? Didn't they teach you how to read in school?
Well, not this.
Not Elvish.
Not Elvish. Well, I do know Elvish, and I suppose yes.
All right. So, what does it say? What does this thing do?
Arcana check if you wish to read it.
1 second. Clickety click. Oh,
Cool. So you flick through the notes a bit, absent-mindedly, going click click click. It's a lot of boring stuff about like, oh, we're gonna try this, we're gonna try this, we're gonna resmelt the sword. It's so much boring stuff, but then you get to the cool part, which is what they're actually trying to achieve with this thing. The sword is designed as a sword of slaying. The idea is that the sword can draw upon huge reserves of the user and instantaneously kill another target. You are unsure how it works, but that seems to be its function.
could you go over it again?
Essentially, the result they have right now, like the sword as she is you can draw upon your own life points to deal more damage.
Okay.
Huh.
So like, sacrifice 5 hit points to deal 5 more damage.
Yep.
Huh.
But you have to declare it before you make your attack roll.
Right. Ah.
But if you miss,
So-
here's the fun part. You still get to hit them with that damage.
Wait, what?
So
You
if you
still-
say you put 5 points in and you swing and you miss, you still do 5 damage.
Oh. Neat.
Does it use that charge?
What do you mean?
On
It
the
still
spot miss.
still costs your life. It still costs your life.
It still costs you life because you deposit it in there, but does it stay there until you actually hit something, or does it disappear?
Oh no, the charge is dispensed. Like it just shoots like a sort of spray of blood-like substance out, blood-like acid.
Huh. So this is what attacked Shady right now.
Well,
No,
that was not the field that hurt him. That was just an anti-theft field.
Oh.
Alright, cool. How much does the sword weigh?
It was as much as a normal longsword, minus like half or 1 pound or something, because like a lot of material has been scraped out to make place for these adjustments.
Okay, so normal sword is 3, so 2, I guess.
Hilarious.
Oh. Alright, well that is some interesting stuff. Well-
Are the other things also protected by the same field?
The one in the center has runes around it, but they seem inert. The puzzle box in the center.
I'll go look at the shield. Be interesting to have a sword shield combo.
You look at the shield. It is again plain material. There are some odd runes carved in it in a circular sort of spiral pattern, actually.
Oh, well, interesting. Okay, same deal again. Try to snatch the sword. No, shield. As quickly as possible.
Is it possible to push it out of the circle with a stick?
Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, yeah, that is slightly more intelligent. So I'll take out my staff and try to poke the shield from the field.
Okay, you take your staff, you kind of nudge it. It's hard to get it off the standard, so roll me a dexterity throw. Just a dexterity roll.
You're running a note today.
It takes you a while, but you kind of slip in, and
I could
Like-
poke it for him.
no, he takes 2 points of damage as his hand slips into the field, but then in the twitch to pull his hand away, knocks the shield off and out. You can sort of grab the
Ah.
edge and pull it out the rest of the way.
Son of a.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should be poking the next thing.
Okay. Yeah. Does the shield also have notes?
Yep.
Next to it? Yeah. Boyga. More notes.
Yes. What do I see in the notes?
Arcane now,
Or,
please.
or more like, what does the mage see in the notes? Yes, sir. Click.
More boring, boring, boring notes. But this time you get to the good stuff pretty fast. You were able to tell that this shield is designed to absorb any blow and reflect it right back.
Oh.
Once per day, the
Oh.
shield can absorb a blow, and then at any given time, shoot it back. Up to a range of 30 feet.
Wow. Wait. Once per day, but how long can it store it?
Indefinitely.
Are there any particular limitations in what kind of blow it can contain?
Not really. It does
So
mention that the
technically
shield is
I-
somewhat unstable.
Unstable in what way?
It
Are
doesn't
there any
specify.
notes on that?
It references notes that you can find.
I assume it also hurts me as well if I do it. It's like the opposite, like, yeah.
I mean, who says that it stops the blow it's absorbing?
Yeah. But technically it can absorb a nuke, and then it can discharge the nuke 30 feet away.
Well, it can only hit one target. Like, it shoots a small, sort of magic missile projectile.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like, it takes upon itself the damage, yeah, and it...
Otherwise, it's a normal +1 shield.
Yes. What a funky design. Also,
Mhm.
I think I know where you got it from. Or at least, did you get it from the book of items, by the way?
Nope.
Okay. Well, well, I'm holding the shield.
It adds +3 to your AC because it's a +1 shield.
Ooh.
If you use it. So,
Okay.
the last item is the puzzle box in the center, which notoriously has the warding runes, but the warding runes seem to be inert.
Inert. So, somebody tried
No
to
field.
grab it and didn't?
No field.
I would still probably nudge it with a stick first to the outside.
As you nudge it with a stick, the cube, you shift the cubes. It's sort of like a Rubik's Cube. There's all kinds of weird runes and glyphs on it. And as you shift it, push it, it just shifts the runes.
Oh, so it moves the whole thing.
Mhm.
Okay, is it possible for me to approach it? Because Shady just got zapped twice.
You can move up to the pedestal if you wish.
Okay. So it's the size of the Rubik's Cube.
Mhm.
Well, I know for sure that I can solve a Rubik's Cube, so is it possible for me to do the same here? Does it have any sort of system to it?
You see no system. There's like all kinds of runes all over the place. In fact, you are not just you are able to like twist the corner pieces around so that they fit differently. You can flip the edge pieces. You can do all kinds of shit with this cube. If there is a
Alright.
solution, it'd be heck esoteric.
Huh. Are there any notes in this?
The notes
Here we go.
mention that this device is meant as the ultimate battlefield clearing device. It must be attuned to a specific magic signature, and will then erase those signatures within a certain distance.
Whoa. Is that the weapon that they were talking about? At least that the crocodile mentioned?
The crocodile says, well, it looks like it.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Do they not specifically say that it works on the against particular signatures, or it can be literally anything, as long as we manage to...
If you know how
find
to,
the
to write down the signature, you can target anything, really. You have no
Okay.
clue how to operate the cube, though.
Well, yeah. If the notes don't say, it's probably...
Well, the
just-
notes explain it, but it's like super like out there in terms of how it's written.
Well, and considering that would be probably just a nuke in the wrong hands. Did Shady tell me that the master of his wants one of the items?
Belmore?
Yeah, what?
Did Shady tell me what your master wants from these items?
Oh,
That they want one of the items.
yeah, my master wants one of these weapons. Didn't specify.
It didn't specify. Is it gonna take one of them, or because
Uh,
this thing I'm probably not I'm not comfortable giving to somebody else
uh,
because of the implications.
well, didn't say. So we'll see what happens when we leave.
This is worrisome. This is worrisome for more reasons than one.
Why?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
What's
Well,
wrong?
it is an item that is capable of erasing things from existence. The final solution that the elves were developing to kill humans, but they haven't. They either haven't finished developing it, or they have developed and never put it to good use because humans got them first or something. And now, Shady's patron wants it, and it's a weapon of mass destruction.
Give me a sec. I gotta take care of something.
Okay. This is in character, I suppose. And this is both both of them talking, both the mage and the ranger. Because for once, they are of the same opinion that this thing should not leave this place.
Yeah, yes, that is extremely dangerous, and there's also the watchmen are coming here too.
I would not trust the rangers, the watchmen either.
No, not really no. Like they might just accidentally activate it, and who knows what the range of
They
for
would
this thing
probably
is.
just attempt to destroy it.
Who knows what'll
And
happen
this
when you
is a
destroy
valid-
something with such power?
When you destroy something, but yes, maybe they have like a distant valley where they just blow up everything that they find.
Not that you know of.
Not that I know of.
Okay, what if we leave it here but activate the safety thing on it? Like
They will be able to get through it eventually. They have enough people to throw at it. What I would suggest is taking it and keeping it with with ourselves.
okay,
If we
Well-
manage to figure out how it works, or at least if we manage to get through the notes and figure out how to destroy it or deactivate it, that's good. If we find how to use it, that is also good. But I
Alright.
don't trust neither your patron nor the watchmen, because watchmen have been dicks to me. And I see no reason to trust them with this.
Here's a
Yeah,
question. How
yeah.
are you going to keep it from his patron?
Well, he's gonna steal it probably.
Like, if you have it, Como, the patron will make Shady attack you. This is a given. If Shady has it,
Yeah.
he'll force Shady to give it up.
I asked the crocodile if we can hide this item anywhere.
Shady
Because
has
the
already
patron-
sensed that this guy can sense things really well.
So he knows.
You're safe in here,
Yeah.
but out there...
Damn it.
So, yeah, is it possible to hide this thing here, or
No. It knows. It showed you what it can feel.
It can send you
Yeah.
right back.
Yeah.
okay? Another thing. Can we somehow make the whole dome into a some kind of death field or something, so that people can't come in again?
You
Like,
could try.
Are you
Magical-
going to stake your own, are you going to stake your own life on this? Because you've already angered this guy once.
Well, he just wanted one of the things in here. I had two.
Yes, but he's going for the puzzle piece.
He might still be watching and be like, oh, I know what you're doing. You don't know.
Well, potentially.
Well, he
Oh.
clearly can communicate through different, through dimensions and whatever. He can send his own image into your head. He can, or they, I guess. They can share their powers over great distances, so, you know, hiding it will probably not work. This is a tough situation, honestly. I'm gonna go AFK for like 1 minute. I'll be back soon.
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could somehow make the wards on this place into something similar to the wards on the weapons themselves. Like,
You could try.
I am not the magical expert here, so
You are not,
I don't know.
but you can always try.
Try and try again.
Did everyone leave?
No,
Huh?
we're just waiting for Como. Because Como has the answer.
Will you enjoy a soothing rendition of Macho Macho Duck? perchance?
Why not? No, wait, I'd rather not have any copyrighted music, if possible.
Oh, that's a shame.
I'm streaming this, you know.
Oh.
Saves me the hassle of having to record it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. In fact, I'm probably going to get smitten for these things anyway. Whatever.
I mean,
I can always just, you know, turn off the volume for that for a bit. Okay, I'll just turn it back up again. Frick, I forgot what volume I had it set at. Oh, whatever. Heck. Big heck for me.
what have you done?
Actually, when my patrons said they want a sword, want a weapon from here, do they mean like take it permanently for them, or would I just like make one of them into my pack weapon?
They want one for themselves. You're not getting it.
Ah. No. Being a slave to dark forces is not not always fun.
It is not what it was made out to be. False advertisement.
You don't say.
You might want to meet this chap called Pendle. He knows the dark forces well.
Yes. Very closely.
Does the shield, by the way, weigh the same as a normal shield or less?
It weighs a little less because of all the stuff carved out.
Hmm. Alright.
When's Como coming back? Como coming back? I'm gonna go to the bathroom then.
Ghosts.
Hello. Sorry about that. Everyone here?
Ghost.
Yes, I am a ghost of a dead person within a lizard. So, Savi,
I think Sephi went to the bathroom for a moment or something.
oh, okay. Oh,
In
so the
meantime,
situation
let's dance.
Sure.
You dance good. Too bad it's all my imagination. And you look like a dragon on a tail.
Yes.
Get out of my imagination, a dragon on a tail. Ah. But come back through the back door. Because you're so funky.
Como,
Hello, Safi.
you're back. Okay, what's the
Yes.
plan?
So the situation is as follows, at least the way I see it right now. I have this object that is,
Big power.
yes, that is designed to destroy certain magical signatures. Does this mean that it destroys magical signatures, or...
It's basically like a DNA gun. It locks in on a
Uh-huh.
specific type of like thing, and then it destroys all those things within its range.
This is a terror weapon.
I mean, technically, you could destroy someone's patron with it if you knew what you were doing.
But I am unable, of course, to establish
Well, what do you want? What do you want to
how to
try?
use it.
What is the
Well, I mean, if this fails,
go?
if this fails, we're dead, probably.
What's the plan, Como?
Attempt to use it on the patron.
Uh,
But I'm not sure how it will affect Shady, particularly.
huh. Now that's sounds somewhat risky.
Sounds what?
That your plan sounds somewhat risky.
Yes, it is. That was a very uncomfortable laugh.
So you're gonna try that?
What would happen if Shady loses his patron?
No clue.
Does
I'm
Shady
not
know?
gonna tell you ahead of time.
Well, is Shady going to die?
Might not.
Do we know what the patron is exactly? I was able to sense them, but for me it looked like...
What does Shady
we're
know?
talking to- Does Shady know?
Shady has the best understanding of anyone.
Well, the high shadowy entity, that's pretty much all I know. They reside in the lane of shadows, and they take the form of a weapon. Like,
Heck,
So,
yeah,
so the weapon that Shady has been using before is that essentially personified entity.
well, whenever I pull out one of my back weapons, that's essentially a part of my master, and I can like fuse a weapon with my master's like essence.
Am I overthinking this, Safi?
I don't know. I think there's much more fun to be had if I say nothing at all.
I know. Yes, I know. Our DM is insane.
I'm a
Yes,
Vivitch.
we are.
Alright.
That's me. Little raspberry.
Well, that's the problem. We know that this creature, your patron, wants this item, but this item essentially is a terror weapon, was to stop them from using it on us immediately.
Let's just say, yeah.
So, and we can't really leave it here because it's just going to turn you around and send you back in.
Yeah, well.
And if I decide to keep it for myself, it will, I assume, force you to attack me somehow.
Well, could be, could be.
So the only choices that we have is either try to destroy it out of spite, but then we're probably dead. Surrender it to the rangers when they show up, to the watchmen. In which case we'll also probably be dead.
Yeah,
Or to use it on your patron. I don't know what effect it's going to have on you. Is it like some sort of like spiritual thing or...
A pact
mean,
is usually
I
you do what I say, and in return I give you some of my power.
Yeah, because I have no idea how warlocks work as a character.
well,
Like in character, I have no idea how
It's
you get your
basically
power.
like you're sort of a clerk, but
Well,
with
yes,
the prison
yes,
that is a
except
god.
except that you borrow your powers from an entity as opposed to an abstract thing or a god.
yeah. Well, there's a pretty good chance I will lose all of my powers, which will be a somewhat of a downer, but not being beholden to an shadowy monster creature might not also be that bad.
Even the mage probably says, you know, this is not supposed to get out. At the very
Well.
least, he would try to attempt to keep it for himself. God damn. Can I give it to the Ashen Lords and they...
The Ashen Lords are not here right now. Please try again later.
Damn. I am clueless. This is like the this is a tough choice, and I don't know which way to take it.
So,
What does Shady think about it?
so the thing destroys magical signatures.
It erases whatever it is attuned to. It can erase all cats in the vicinity. It can erase all elves in the vicinity, all orcs, all anything.
Okay. Can
Does it have
you-
much juice left in it, by the way?
You don't
Can I
know.
like sense it?
can
It's
you-
very powerfully magic.
Would you use it to erase its own signature?
That is a clever
Technically.
thought.
That is technically possible, but I don't know if that's the best thing to use it for. Because that might be recursive magic. Like,
We
I'm
might
going to
destroy-
roll a destroys the entire universe roll for that.
It would be interesting.
At the very least,
Destroying
it'd
the
be-
entire universe. At
Sure.
level 2.
to be fair, level 2 is where idiots mess with things they shouldn't be messing with.
Exactly. I
So
don't
what
know.
options are on the table that make sense?
The options that are on the table that make sense is giving this thing to Shady's
Patron.
patron, and maybe hope that they don't kill us. Don't use it on us just for, you know, for the evils, for the laugh. But then it might show up somewhere down the line. Maybe they'll just keep it, you know, oh, somebody came to kill me, we're gonna use it on them, or something.
Next.
The next option is to try to destroy it here and now.
Okay.
To try to use it to raise itself. But then again, that runs the risk of apparently destroying the entire universe.
I mean, your mage can probably tell from the notes that trying to have something destroy itself is generally not the best idea.
Unless it's a person, in which case it's pretty fun.
But yeah,
that's
magic
just-
self-annihilation is kind of dangerous. You know that much.
Yes. Maybe there's a Tarask living underneath it, and we erase all magic and it breaks out.
Can you imagine being a Tarrasque half buried in this perfectly... Oh, man.
Maybe it's just buried underneath the facility, and the magic shield is also binding it underneath.
I want an answer, though. Like, you've had time to think about this.
Yes. Or surrender it to the Watchman.
You'd have to wait a few days, and I don't know how the patron's going to feel about that.
Yeah, he's probably going to be banging it on the wall.
Yeah, if he surrenders the Watchmen, my patron might force me to attack them in turn, which...
I mean, he probably won't make you attack them, because he's not going to make you kill yourself. Although, if you wait that long, he's probably going to make you kill yourself.
This is a tough choice.
Which is the fun of it.
Which is the fun of it, yes. Would Shady be able to find a different patron eventually?
Sure. You're not, like, if the contract expires under some circumstance, he can just find someone else if he really wants to. He'll keep all his brownie points.
We're going to regret it, and he's probably going to use it back on us if we fail, but I would suggest using this thing on the patron.
If Shady agrees.
If Shady agrees, yes. It's I'm not going to stab him and do it.
Because you need Shady to agree to this for no reason. You kind of need to see the patron in order to be able to attune his signature.
Yes, I can attack him, and I will have to tell Shady how to set it up to...
You need to get Shady to bring the patron out first.
Yes. I can translate the manual, but Shady will have to use it.
Okay, well, this is an interesting idea.
Exciting value proposition is what I would call it.
Yes. Well, at the very least, I'll spend the rest of my days with a cute crocodile. Because clearly, your patron cannot enter this place.
Yep. So, okay, this sounds like an interesting plan, and might not destroy the universe, so... Sure, let's go with this.
What do you
Let's see what happens.
I'm going to go through the manual again and see if I can discover the combination, or at least the...
You need to see the patron. You need to be able to use detect magic on him in order to be able to get his signature.
I know, but how do we input the signature into the puzzle?
I'll leave that for fate to decide. How about you do step 1 first?
God damn it.
It might not be the best idea to just let me handle the artifact, since I have a kind of habit of fiddling with things. Start absent-mindedly.
Well, at the very least, can I understand how to input the signature, the specific signature, into the puzzle?
Like I said, I will let fate decide, but I'll give you a little wink and nudge. Oh, you'll be fine.
We probably won't, or it's going to be very convoluted, but yes.
It's going to be fun!
We're going to kill, supposedly, something, an entity, a god or a demigod or whatever, or maybe just a drunk person in the basement.
Go. Do something. Have some
Fair enough. Yes. Shady, I need you to bring out the patron again to even attempt this.
Okay. Well, I haven't really... Okay, yep. I'll try to call for my patron.
You call your patron, and he's standing at the door, and he's angry. He's like... Move!
Yeah, he's at the door now. I don't know if you can see him or anything like that.
I see nothing, there's just nothing in the thing.
So fucking great.
Well, he's at the
Seth is
door.
already rolling.
He looks annoyed.
What are you doing,
I know,
Como?
but annoyed is not a magical signature.
Como!
Yes.
I said detect magic is what you need to use.
Fair enough. Well, that would be the cantrip, right?
Yes. You
In
have
which
it,
case-
because you're a spellcaster.
I know.
I give that one for free.
I know. 1 second.
What are you doing, Como?
Trying to pull the thing from the spell.
You don't need to pull Detect Magic up. You just need to use it. The specifics do not matter right now.
I see. Well, how would I use it?
Just use it. Just say you use it. That's how this game has always worked.
Okay, fair enough. I would like to use the detect magic. Because at least I know
Abracadabra.
where
You have the signature in your head. You've read the book. You know how to sort of get a magic signature. And now, what are you gonna do with that?
I'm going to try and input the signature into the puzzle piece. I'm gonna try to use it.
Ooh. Okay. You have what you think is the magic signature set on the cube, and you think you know how to activate it. Point and
Yes.
shoot is the next step, you think.
Yes.
Yep. I'm waving at my patron.
Your patron is getting real damn angry. Get the cube!
Uh,
I
Right.
point and use
Thumbs
it
up.
on where I at least think that Shady's looking and waving at.
Como, roll me a d20. And then a d100.
Oh my god.
I'm surreptitiously pointing my, giving my patron thumbs up and kind of pointing, trying to point my hand in that direction.
This felt horribly, I'd imagine.
There's a strange field emitting from the cube. Sort of an echo ping comes from it. Shady vanishes. The patron vanishes. And it is quiet.
Well, I guess I killed Shady, huh?
Kind of forgot that Shady's part of the patron, in a sense. But what are you gonna do, Como? Let's not be too hasty here.
Oh, that.
What are you doing, Como? Como?
Well, at the very least, I have succeeded in raising the patron from the current location.
What are you
I
doing,
have no
Como?
idea. Scratching my head and looking around for Shady.
You gonna move to where you stood?
Yes.
Okay. You stand around. You wait like a minute. It's quiet. There's just nothing. You don't sense anything. Your detect magic doesn't flare anything up. You don't even see, like, anything remaining. They were just wiped off the slate of the earth. Except, as you wait around a bit, you start to notice that over there in the corner, in the shadows, something is standing up slowly.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
For a minute, you ask yourself, what would live? The weak or the strong? What would be there to kick your ass? The one that liked you or the one that didn't?
No one that didn't, probably.
You're wrong. Because there stands Shady. A little shadowier than before,
Oh.
and surprisingly with all his powers intact.
What?
Well,
You don't feel yourself
so-
Shady. You feel a bit more shadowy than before.
Ooh. And also at a slightly different location.
I mean, there's two things you can do with here. If you really want to, you can become a sorcerer, but you can stay a warlock if you want to too. Because technically speaking, your master is... It's complicated what exactly happened. But to put it as simple as possible, you're a warlock without a patron, but you still have his powers. It's like you blew his consciousness out of existence, but that's it.
Yeah, I kind of had in my mind to play a sword mage, so I'm gonna stay as a warlock
Okay.
with a connection to something.
You still hear a voice in your head, but you don't know what it is. It sounds
Okay.
nicer. It's a very nice voice.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh,
Shady,
I-
you feel shaken. Like, you feel like you've just been erased from existence and then just, for no reason, just came back. Yay!
yeah, I don't know what the hell just happened.
You feel a lot more
I
powerful,
was-
too.
Hmm.
Serious talk, however, out of character. Did I raise both of them?
Who knows?
Yeah, there was a moment of nothing, and now I am standing here.
Yeah, you kind of phased out of existence.
You don't say.
Yeah, I know, right?
So,
Is the artifact in any way visibly different?
Nope.
Or
yeah. So, yeah, I'm alive, I think.
you think? Like, is Shady now like see-through?
A little bit, but he seems to have control over it.
Hmm.
So he can go invisible or something?
Sort of.
Huh.
Well, I guess they call you Shady. They don't call you Shady for nothing, huh?
Yeah,
That laughter.
yeah, it's slightly more literal now. Cool. Well, that plan seems to have worked. I'm not entirely certain where my powers are coming from right now, but
Let me put it like this. What you're able to sense is that you can still sense his font of power. And that's where the voice is coming from. But you don't sense like his intelligence, like him as an entity, as a thinking being. It's like you are it's like you're tapping into an electric signal, but the company behind the electricity is gone.
I'll try contacting the whatever is in my head.
The voice
So
addresses
it's
you
just
as its master.
Ah,
Wait, the master of the patron?
No. What do you mean?
Well, you said it addresses you as the
It addresses
master.
Shady as master.
Oh,
hi. Who might you be?
The holder of your font of power, of course.
Like, okay. Do you have a name?
No.
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot
The
of
previous
people without
master
names.
saw no need for that.
Right then. Well, keep up with
Wait,
the
can I
good
hear
work then.
them as well, or is it just Shady again?
I think I'm.
No.
I think I'm just having this chat in my head.
He's sort of like
Well,
mentally thinking it.
And maybe talking to himself. What I would suggest is to say, well, the previous master, where is the previous master? But that's just me.
So yeah, what happened to the other guy? The
Unsure.
previous-
He seems to have vanished a few minutes ago.
All right.
He is nowhere within the usual cosmology.
Holy
Right.
crap.
And what happened to me exactly during that time?
You vanished. Then you returned.
Mhm.
And you are the sole inheritor of the master's, well, previous master's power.
Uh-huh. Well, all right then. Well, keep up the good work, and we'll see what happens next then.
As you wish,
I
master.
guess. Yep.
I would suggest asking
I
it if it ever feels the master presence again, ever, anywhere, to notify you.
Yeah. Do give me a heads up if the previous master shows any signs of showing up, and yeah,
Naturally.
I give it a mental thumbs up.
You get a thumbs up back.
Good. Okay. Well, Oiga, things seems to have gone well then.
This went better than I feared, but it went worse than I hoped. I'm gonna wrap this thing and put in at the deepest part of my backpack, and I'm gonna make sure to destroy it one day,
Sure.
or at least at the as soon as possible. Because seriously, this is the weapon that destroyed the previous world, and yes.
This
I'd
is a
rather
weapon
have
with
it
a
on
very wide, shall we
variety
say
of
it's a very
applications.
big blunderbuss. It's going to hit your friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I am not gonna use it, or I'm gonna use it on only in very particular situations where it's like, it's okay, everybody dies, or I use it. So, and
Hilarious.
it's well, hilarious. It's responsibility, I suppose. I don't trust anyone else with this thing. I would not trust anyone else to not use this for whatever, and I don't even want to trust the mage touch it.
The crocodile, by the way, is like, whoa.
The crocodile is what?
He's like, whoa! That just happened. It's like he sensed
Yeah.
that he could like he's a familiar. He can sort of sense that ripple across magic time space happening. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah,
why the
you
hell did you do that, man?
Because this thing must not. There are people already heading here. We have unknowingly sent people who are literally destroying things that are from the old world. And I don't trust them to handle this artifact. And then there was the Shady's master, who would not have used this weapon of literally terror, weapon of mass destruction, for good purposes. The only choice the only reasonable choice we had left was to either stay here forever and just starve to death, but then the patron would probably find somebody else to poke around. Or to use it to kill the patron, so we killed the patron. Or at least we at least it looks so far. It's probably gonna return in like in the following seasons, the show.
Who knows?
This was horrible, and it went horrible, and I'm stressed out.
No, this went well. This went beyond well.
Yeah, I erased you from existence.
Yeah, well, for a small period of time, but
But now Shady looks awesome. He's Shadow.
Yes, but is Shady still Shady, or is it some other entity?
From what you can
Yeah.
tell, he's just him. I mean, you can feel the
Right.
weird swirling magical shadow energies inside him, but
yeah, I think you might have given me a power boost or something.
Yeah, well, let's
actually.
not make a habit out of it.
Like
This this thing stays hidden. I am going to, during the next rest, I am going to try to find a way of concealing this thing, because people can probably feel it. Much the same way like Shady told me he could feel this thing inside
it's
the...
blinding to look at.
Yes.
Also, Shady,
Yeah.
you do inherit that ability to sense weapons.
Oh, neat.
Maybe Shady can tell me if my means of trying to suppress the light from this thing are working. Like, if Shady can't see it, then nobody can see it.
Yeah, that thing is a like you're holding the sun basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you're holding a
Right.
small star. Whenever someone uses detect magic, they're gonna get some serious migraines.
Well, that's one way to torture a mage.
With elevator music.
This is the mage talking, really. Because
Just
he's
in
the
case,
person.
Yes, I'm sorry. Just in case, whenever you hear
That's
Right.
that's a flip flop.
yes, that's a flip flop, because basically the time of the already recorded audio is approaching 1 hour, and in order to prevent a disk overflow and potentially break in the recording, I forcefully stop the recording, start a new one, and while the first minutes of the new one are going on, I convert from WAV to MP3 to save up on space.
Yay!
So that's a technical moment. So yeah, whenever you hear, just keep silent for a moment while I circulate the tapes. 3,
Alright.
2, 1.
Como!
Yes, I almost killed a friend. And I almost killed myself. And I almost shit my pants.
Is that going to reflect on your ideals or your bonds?
The mage... What? The pants shitting thing?
Like, you just almost killed him. Does that change your relationship in any way? Maybe.
With them? Well, I mean, Shady seems to be no worse for wear, and they don't seem to mind.
Como, if
so-
you shot me with a fucking gun and I suddenly just stood up and said, Adam was fine, would you feel
I
good
know.
about yourself?
I wouldn't, that's what I'm getting at.
Like,
Shady doesn't seem to mind. Boyga is just going to be the forever survival guild instantly. And the mage is angry at me because I am trying to fuck this weapon over instead of keeping it
It's
for
more
oneself.
like you shot your friend and he suddenly cured of a major disease.
I shot your cold.
Well, when you put it that way, you know, radiation kills cancer cells, right? But so does a shotgun.
Uh,
I am forever shaken, and the mage is pissed at me,
But you did
and
the right thing in
everybody's
the
pissed
end.
at me, and Shady probably will hate me forever. And the crocodile is like, wow, and it's like,
Crocodile.
yeah,
Look-
I am forever psychologically scarred, even more than I already am.
I mean,
Yeah.
using the weapon
Well-
was so easy too.
Yes,
Belmore.
and it's like it's the allure power.
You were saying, Belmore?
oh, I'm going to walk over there and give Boy a pat on the back.
Yeah, gee,
There, there.
thanks.
It's not all bad. You actually kind of freed me from a, well, servitude, so, you know, thanks for that.
Yeah, well, for the 2 minutes that you were gone, I was freaking out. So
Ooh, yeah, that was really
I'm gonna need a.
You're gonna need a small vacation.
I'm gonna need some time. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna go and jump into the same pool as the Ifriti because whatever, dude. I just killed a man.
Oh, well, there's that pool the crocodile was hanging out in. If you take a bath.
Oh, it's probably cold, but yeah, sure. I'm just gonna jump into a pool and just lie face down, and just bubble.
So you're gonna leave the place?
Yes.
Because getting back
Well,
in is
we haven't
difficult.
we haven't visited the cafeteria actually. So.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's.
We visited the barracks. We visited this laboratory, I guess, but we haven't visited the.
Oh, are there like anything else of interest in the lab other than the 3 weapons?
Other than the notes and everything, there's like a whole bunch of mithril materials and such you could theoretically sell if you wanted to.
Hmm.
I'll let you handle this because I'm not like neither in the mood nor capable of counting money right now.
Yeah. Let's leave the lab alone and take a look at the cafeteria. Maybe there's something left there.
If it's been sealed for 20 years, then yeah.
Hmm.
There's probably
Yeah.
some moldy cakes.
11 granola bars.
You head over there. Boom, 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 boom. And there's not much here. There's the usual food because it's a cafeteria.
Is it
Yeah.
preserved?
Preserved?
Or is it rotten?
No, it's all pretty okay. It's like all good, tasty food.
Well,
Alright.
considering the magic has kept this place tidy, so I suppose that's it.
Yeah.
You do find
Uh,
like a strange set of boots in the back, like someone who took their shoes off before they walked inside.
So the people here are gone like pretty much the Dwemer in the Elder Scrolls series, right?
Mhm.
They just somehow disappeared.
Yep.
All right.
The boots, by the way, have wings on them.
What?
Okay, did somebody kill a Mercury or something like this?
Well, I have my magic shoes. Do you want some magic shoes?
Me as in Pentel, or are you talking to someone else?
Oh yeah.
I'm fine. I'll pass. Can have them.
Okay. I'll take a closer look at the winged boots.
The winged boots can be activated for 5 minutes of flight at 60 feet per round.
Neat.
60 feet
So you move pretty fast.
per round per 6 seconds, which
Yep.
means 10 feet per second.
You basically dart around like crazy.
That is insane. Yes. By
You
the
can use them in
boots.
1 minute increments.
Okay.
You get all the minutes back at dawn.
How long can I fly with these?
5 minutes in total per day.
And each time it's going to be 1 minute at a time.
Right then.
1 minute or more.
It must be in 1 minute increments. You can do them all continuously or like 1 minute and then wait a bit and 1 minute.
Yep.
If you use them for
Yeah.
5 seconds, 1 minute goes off the list.
Yeah, that's how they usually work. Alright, cool. I can fly now.
They require attunement though, but hey, there we go.
Okay, and yeah, I'll look for anything tasty to eat.
There's like lots of
Fancy.
nice food here. Like this is high-end stuff. There's imported berries and meats. They all look in very good shape.
Oh yeah. I'm going to enjoy myself since I was erased from existence for a few minutes. I'm hungry.
Okay.
Go nuts.
Take a few bites. Como takes a few bites. You all enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but it has no taste probably.
Oh, it tastes just great. It tastes delicious.
Oh yeah, I'll throw some meat for the crocodile as well.
Crocodile's like, okay, thank you.
Were you allowed to eat here? Yeah. By the way, crocodile.
What?
Back in the day, were you allowed in here?
No.
Don't feed the scraps from the
Don't feed the
table to
familiars.
pets. Why not?
Because then they'll keep begging.
Oh.
Yeah, I keep doing some good stuff.
The good stuff.
Maya has a question for us.
Okay.
Is the post-game banter over?
Are we in postgame?
Not yet.
We can be.
All right. And please tell me when basically when the session is over and that I have
Okay.
a question and or announcement to make.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm picking myself out on fancy foods, maybe packing some stuff away for later.
Some nice smoked sausages. Some nice aged cheeses. It's the stuff, man. The
Yep.
bee's knees. There's even honey. These elves ate like kings.
Oh yeah.
Well, considering that we're developing nukes, essentially. Yes.
Only the best. So yeah, you do what you feel need to do, and I'll be eating.
You go ahead. Go nuts.
Oh, there are some nuts as well.
Let's keep well, so sure.
I am definitely nuts myself, so yes.
Oh, cheer up. It went well. I'm still myself, mostly. And
Well,
you...
that's what a doppelganger would say, probably, but okay, I'll roll with that.
Stop being so suspect of people, Como. That's not good for you.
eh,
That's how I'm still alive.
and you rid the world of some really shady entity.
Yeah, I almost got rid of the world of Shady the Shady.
Yeah, well... you know,
We need to clear the
Downsides.
place. We need to clear the place before the before the watchmen arrive, and we
Mhm.
need to make it look as if. Well, I mean, the place keeps itself tidy, so at the very least, they won't be able to tell the difference of whether we've been here or not.
well, I've been ransacking the food stores pretty hardcore. And there's also the barracks, which we emptied.
Well, they wouldn't be able to tell that there was something in there,
and
if
there's
assuming they will be able to get in, even.
yeah, and there's the empty pedestals in the lab.
Well, maybe it was ransacked before. It's not like they. The crocodile told us the last visitors were here 20 years ago,
Yeah.
and it won't be here to tell them. Will you?
Oh, yeah. Do you come with us, Rocco?
Sure. It shrugs.
Cool. And yeah, so we have no idea when the Watchmen will.
Well, we arrived here a few days for them, and we spent here like a few.
couple of hours at most.
Just a few hours.
They're like days away, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's.
If we give them a big berth, then we'll be able to just do it fine.
So let's camp here for the night and then start off next morning refreshed and full of good food.
Yeah, boy. Y'all recover your HP and all your slots.
Hooray! And when we leave, let's make sure to lock up tight.
You lock up all the doors. You close all the doors you opened. You close the dome. Leave the key right where you found it.
Because we can't take it out, because it's too... Yeah.
Yeah.
You have no clue out. You could try to operate it, but it would take a bit of luck. And finally, you close the door behind you, leaving it just as you found it. And the crocodile's like, "Yep, that's how it was."
Let's not mention this to the watchmen if we ever cross paths with them again, which I assume we will,
Yeah.
because they're not just like a singular group of individuals; they cover the whole place.
Oh yeah, I'm making the sword of slaying my new pact weapon.
You can do that as you see fit.
I just need to. I think there's like a resting.
Shady will probably need to invest into Constitution from this point onward, just to throw the extra hit points around.
Shady's fine. He's two in Constitution, man. He's fine. Like you have less than him, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does the sword of slaying have like any bonuses to hit or damage, like inherently?
It counts as a +1 weapon.
So it's a masterwork weapon.
So 1 to attack and 1 to damage.
Yeah. So Shady's gonna be using shielded sword now. Sword on board.
Yep.
You did increase your AC
cool.
by 3 because of the shield, right?
Oh, 3.
Because it's
Oh,
a
no,
+1 shield. It's a pretty like they're all magically made.
Okay. Well, that case it's yeah. I have armor class of 20.
You don't know why, Shady, but after the last night's sleep was really nice.
Hmm.
You slept like a peach.
Yeah. I just slept well, ate well, like I just feeling like a free man.
And all that power surging through you. Ooh.
Like a free cat.
Cat with no bonds.
Shall we cut it off here, and then next time we'll do whatever?
Sure.
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 What do you plan to do next time, so I can get a feel?
Try to avoid the watchmen. Try
No,
not to
like
run
what
into them.
are you going to try to achieve?
Oh, I had
Not-
the crystal sword that can guide us to do something.
That can guide you to weak spots on those things, yes.
Oh,
But maybe you can find one too.
Maybe
Yeah.
return to the village while we can and find a way of concealing magical items.
well, we could, yeah, maybe that, and maybe try using the crystal sword to locate more of those giant creatures.
Okay.
We
Yes.
also still have the... Well, once again, we have the lake with the dragon. I mean, at this point, let's just talk to it.
You could use some brownie points.
Yeah, if it's gonna kill me, sure.
Also,
At this
since we're
point,
at the end
it-
game,
at-
you all get a level
this-
up.
Oh! At this point, my character would probably welcome it. Like, in character, it's like, wow. Maybe just give the item to the dragon. I would oh, wait, no. If it's... Wait. Did they say what kind of dragon it is?
You never asked.
Oh, damn it. Crap. Well, if it's a chromatic, it's probably evil. We can't give the item to the dragon for safekeeping. This is a very familiar tune, by the way, but I don't... Is this the Evil Islands?
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's the Evil Islands. Anyway, Mile probably knows the.
So your level up. Don't forget you get your ability score increases. Woo!
Ooh.
We do. Which
You get
level
2
are
plus
we?
1s to
Level
spend
3?
as you wish.
Are we level 3 or
5 or 4? I think 4.
4. So,
Are we? Because I remember we leveled up only once, and we started with level 1. So that
we
should be
leveled
level 3 right now.
You leveled up
I
once because of the tower thing, and once because of the village. You were level 3. Why are you level
Yeah.
2?
I guess I forgot to add the number here, because I did add everything. The hit points and stuff. So that in that case, we become level 4.
ability score improvement.
Also, I've thought of a way. Thanks for fixing that. I have thought of the way of the reason why the mage is supposedly a powerful wizard, but is unable to use his powers and has to level up because he's locked in a body that is not proficient with magic or is not attuned, so he has to retrain it.
Yep.
Or something like that. So at
Sounds
least
right to me.
logically, that it does make a little bit more sense than just
Let's
randomly.
see.
Also, the dagger.
Yes. It is
Do
a
you
regular
have a
dagger.
particular?
It's just a regular dagger. Except that it ignores all damage resistances.
So meaning it always hits, or it does not get reduced by armor that hits?
It does it ignores resistances. It doesn't get reduced by resistances. So something can be immune to stabbing and you can just stab it.
I see. What are you gonna stab me?
How wrong you are.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, the wizard just gets another second level slot. Cool. And another 2 spells, another cantrip known. And your ranger only gets the increase. Yeah, everyone just seems to get an increase.
Mhm.
An ability score increase.
Oh, we can handle levels up now or later.
No, you can do it in
Sure,
your own
it's
time
not
whenever
gonna
you want. Really.
Yeah, we've been at it for 3.5 hours now, I think. Or at least just 3 hours if we started a little bit late.
According to the stream, we've been at it for 2:42.
2:40.
So I'm gonna just cut off the stream right now. Bye bye.
Goodbye.